start recording our podcast here. We're going to go over some news. Start recording.
Yeah,
hit
only
the
a few
intro.
emotes. Oh, that's the PogChamp for today.
Is that really it? A snake?
I don't know what that is. A snake frog? Let me get the show on the road.
All right, here we go. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Final Checkpoint Podcast. This is episode number 78. We're getting so old up here in podcast numbers. Each week, we react to the latest video game news and talk about games we are playing, because we're always playing games every week. That's what we do. What else are we going to do?
Not you, though.
I'm playing games every week, just sometimes they're the same games.
Okay, yeah, fair.
They like to keep us down sometimes. But we're doing it. We're doing it. My name is Joel.
And I'm Ben.
Ben.
Yes.
Nice to see your face. The camera's
hello.
The camera's sticking.
Once you set it up, it's like once you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah. Those of you just listening, who just listened to the audio version, I do post this podcast on youtube.com/loadlastcheckpoint. You can see our video version of it. Now that Ben's going to be on camera and it's not
Visual.
just me, I'll make sure to post it consistently, because I skipped, I think, a couple weeks. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, I think there was an issue with one of them that I exported, and then it stopped me from doing it the week after. And then that's when we were also having trouble accessing the Game Fanatics site. So I was just like, it's not in the cards.
It's just not gonna happen, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Sounds good.
Just not in the cards for us. So, but yeah, back on track now. So did my camera freeze in OBS? Something's going on here on the stream.
I see you moving around. You look normal.
Okay, I can't tell.
Yeah,
because on
you're
OBS
looking to the left.
it looks kind of frozen. So
I don't know.
I'll have to see. Yeah, it looks frozen on.
You're just out of control. Look at the stream. I'll look at the stream. You're frozen.
Going back. Technical difficulties. Hopefully that.
Yeah, you're frozen on the stream.
Okay.
I'm good.
Hopefully
It's your fault.
Nope.
As usual. Typical.
Of course. That's just how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right. We'll fix it. Ben,
Terrible.
in the meantime, why don't you tell us about your week, your weekend?
Oh boy.
How's everything going?
Oh man, there was something, and then I forgot what it was, because I don't do shit, as has been previously discussed. I don't go outside. I've never been out there. There was something. How boring is your life when you're like, did anything happen at all in the course of a week? But I kind of like that. I kind of like the no surprises, just humdrum, doing nothing. Oh, here's something that did happen. I finally got the extension cable thingy for my PS4 so that I can put it in the hallway. I tried that out yesterday, and it's so nice to not hear that thing. Although I think it was so loud just in part because it was in like my entertainment center and the sound was shooting out of it. So it actually sounds quieter in the other room, which is a little disappointing because fuck you. When I finally get this solution to you being really loud, you decide to be quiet. Thank you. Great news. Um, but besides that, it's awesome. Like, that's exactly what I wanted. Now I can play PS4 games again until I get a PS5 in the next 2 years. Who knows? I keep trying to get a PS5. There were several things that happened over the last week where I could have gotten one, maybe like a lottery thing, or this place has them for 30 seconds. No, still not getting it. It's just so hard to give Sony my money.
Right.
I don't even really want it. I just wanted it to play PS4 games, which now I've solved that problem. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Just annoying. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
Did you fix anything?
Yeah, I got it working.
Okay, good.
It's they really just don't want anybody's money, and that's fine.
No,
Sony. I'll give it to Steam. I'll give it to the computer gods out here that now will accept my money because they've earned it.
Right.
Yeah, it's really weird. Um,
It's strange that the production delays have persisted because you would assume launch and all that was production delays due to COVID and all that. But it's been 3 months. Like, this is not production delays at this point, or it's just the demand is so high. That's why there's production problems. I guess it's a good problem to have when you have no games coming out and you still are selling like hotcakes.
yeah,
Yay. And we'll talk about some of those games in the news.
exactly. We've got a lot of crazy news to talk about. So maybe this is a good time to just hop into that news because it's about a bucket's worth, I'd say.
It's a lot of news.
A lot of news. A lot of news. So, Ben, what is our topic of the show?
Well, topics,
Topics.
because there's so many topics. We got Nintendo topics,
Oh, wow.
namely the Pokemon,
Pokemans?
and we have PlayStation topics.
Hmm.
I just really like saying Pokemon. Let's start with the state of play. I'm assuming you watched this. This was
I did.
what, Thursday, Wednesday? I don't know.
Thursday. It
Maybe
was
Thursday?
Thursday. I think it was like 2 p.m., maybe 3 p.m. Pacific time. I don't. Who knows? Time zones, you know? Those things are stupid.
Right.
Who knows what time it is anywhere?
Right. And I think they set, to me, they set expectations for this pretty well, where it was, hey, updates on 10 PS4, PS5 games from that June showcase.
Right.
That's good. I understand. What's your general read on this? Because I feel like people were disappointed by this presentation, and I just thought it was like, oh, this is neat. This is updates. This is what I wanted. We got release dates for several things, which we'll get into. But how do you feel about this overall?
I didn't expect much. I think I went in with like I expected updates, right? I went in there
Mm-hmm.
not having a PS5 and still kind of not really like super interested in playing my PS4 that much. I really went in there with like low expectations and just kind of like, well, I don't really care really what's coming. So, um I've been kind of lowering a lot of my expectations lately of what's coming with
Mm-hmm.
any sort of press conferences that are going on. So I mean, with what came, I was just kind of like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, I don't think it had any major megaton announcements,
Mm,
except for really the Final Fantasy VII stuff. It was pretty. It's no surprise that it is getting a PS5
yep.
update, upgrade, whatever. But this integrate expansion chapter with Yuffie is really cool. I'm kind of didn't think about it, but now we have another waifu for Cloud in
Right.
this game. Uh, but he just gets everyone his little harem going on. It's very exciting. It's great to be Cloud, I guess.
Great to be Cloud.
I think it looks awesome. I'm very excited to play this on PS5 sometime ever. Also, Final Fantasy VII Remake is PlayStation Plus game for March. Um, it doesn't come with the upgrade, from what I understand.
Yeah.
It doesn't come with the PS5 upgrade, like you're getting the PS4 version. I think that has to do with ownership rights and things. Like if you cancel your membership, you wouldn't have it, but the free upgrade would give you a game you didn't buy. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole shenanigans, but I don't really care that much. And this Yuffie expansion is paid and is not included in that upgrade. Um, as far as I can tell, I know it's paid. I don't know if you can only buy it with Yuffie. Anyway, whatever. It looks really cool. I'm
Yeah.
excited for it. Can't wait.
And
Yay,
it's not
woohoo.
so that Yuffie upgrade isn't playable on PS4. Is that
As far as
right?
what they've said,
That's
it
what it
is a
seems like.
PS5 thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as I know. As far as I know.
That's so weird. I guess gives me a reason to replay it on PS5, I guess. I don't
Well,
know.
you should be able to transfer your save over and all
I
that.
mean, we
From
know
what
how
I
that
understand,
goes on PlayStation 5,
yeah,
so
I know, right? That's true too. Um, it sounds like it is a expansion that's not like you have to beat the game. It'll just be, I want to play the Yuffie episode, and then you
Yeah.
do it. Right. So you don't have to play through the whole game. At least that's how the DLC for 15 was, I believe.
Yeah.
These kind of standalone chapters you could pick from the menu. But let's go into some of the other announcements. I didn't put all of them in here because there were a lot, and it started with Crash Bandicoot, and I really liked that game, but I don't need to see another trailer for Crash Bandicoot 4. Really not. We don't need that.
Yeah.
We also don't need that dodgeball game ever. I never need to see that game again.
That's
Never,
the
ever,
same one
ever.
that they showed at that Nintendo Direct, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it's the same dodgeball game. I don't need that. Nobody needs that. Go away. Nobody's excited. Let's like to stop trying to make this game happen.
Yeah.
Still, already don't care. It's been announced a week. First big thing I think is Sifu, that melee kung fu combat game where if you die, you age a bunch. It's this revenge tale. Looks really cool. It's the was it Absolver?
Yeah, yeah, same guys that made
Um,
Absolver.
yeah.
Looked really cool. I
Which
liked it.
Absolver I always wanted to play, but was a an online multiplayer game only.
Was it?
So yeah, and
Oh,
that's why I never did because like this looks really cool, but I don't. I want to like fight NPCs and things, and that's what Sifu is. So
yeah.
that's exciting. I don't have a date written down, but that's coming. I think the PS4 and PS5. I didn't. I don't. I don't pay attention, to be honest with you. It's like I don't have a PS5. I'm tuning out. I'm
Yeah.
tuning out on all this shit. That's not real to me.
Yeah. It did look cool. I liked the art style of it, and I thought the combat looked exciting. It looked pretty cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was what Absolver had such a cool style, and always wanted to play it. I think it was PS Plus at one point as well. Um, Moving on to Solar Ash, which is was it Heart Machine's next game? This is Hyperlight Drifter, spiritual kind of successor. Hyperlight Drifter is very much an awesome Zelda game to
Yeah.
me, and I was kind of hoping that Solar Ash would be the 3D version of that. Like, let's make a 3D Zelda take.
Oh, that would
Um,
be cool.
Yeah, I was very excited for that. It's not that. However, I'm also a big fan of 3D action platformers, so that's what it is. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, if not one, the other, fine. And it also has a little bit of Shadow of the Colossus vibes going on with it. Really cool looking game. I'm super excited. That's also on PC as well and PS4. Um, and I don't think there was a release date. It's one of those things where I say this a lot, where I'm gonna buy this, I don't need to pay attention that much to this game. Just tell me when it's ready, and I'll go buy it.
Yeah.
I don't need any information. As long as it's not $70, Returnal, which we got a bunch of gameplay for Returnal. I still am not sold on this game. This
Really?
is 1000% a GameFly game to me. $70, Joel.
I mean,
Do you wanna play
$70 is pretty steep. I don't know what they're
$70
thinking.
for a roguelike? I don't even really
Yeah.
enjoy that genre that much.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed Housemarque's games. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, $70 is pretty steep. I mean, I enjoyed Next Machina a lot. I enjoyed Alienation, Resogun, but $70 is pretty steep. I mean, this is definitely probably visually and just the way it looks their most ambitious game I think they've made.
Oh, yeah.
Um, I mean, it looks to me like they've maybe I depend on how long it is or depend on what else it really contains. It could be worth the price tag. I don't know. I mean, to me, it's still the most. Besides Demon Souls, it's probably the game I am most excited for to get a PS5 for.
I can see that. I do really like the style of it. I've I always feel like Housemarque doesn't click with me.
Hmm.
Because I played a lot of Super Stardust,
Yeah,
which is now like a 15-year-old game,
it's
almost
old.
old game, and nothing else has clicked. I played Resogun for like 30 minutes and thought never need to play that again. That is not for me.
Yeah.
I love arcade games, but I love the classic arcade games. Like I will go back and play uh Missile Command or Frogger or something like that and enjoy it for half an hour and like this is great.
Old man
And
game.
then never I do those old, I want a Missile Command table with the ball. Oh man, I would buy that for $1,000. Probably about that too. Um, but that's bad. Don't do that.
Don't ever do
I like those
that.
games, but they make like modern arcade games, but I don't want a modern arcade game. If I'm gonna play
Yeah.
a modern game, I want a modern game, or it needs to not be $70. Not that their other games were that expensive, and that price tag does lend me to believe that this is a larger thing. But uh, this is sternly no, this is solidly in the I'll wait for reviews and see how that all goes,
Yeah.
and not uh, I wouldn't dive into this one. $70, man. I started thinking about it. So many of these games are they worth $70? Like I'd buy Final Fantasy VII Remake for $70, but I'm not gonna buy Kina for $70.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is a $70 game, but just as an example, I'm not gonna buy the Five Nights at Freddy game for $70. That this is becoming a very large price point, and when I can get them from GameFly for $15 a month or whatever, that's a better deal. Because these games aren't like I'm not playing uh what is it? Returnal. I was Reintegrate? No. I'm not playing Returnal for 6 months, right?
Right. Right.
So I don't need that. It's not the next From Software game. I don't need to pay $70 for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, moving on to Five Nights at Freddy's, which I think looks cool. I'm kind of into it. I don't know if I'll play it.
Have you ever played a
No,
Five Nights at Freddy's
no.
game? No.
So from what I understand, you're in the control room looking at cameras and shit, but I don't want to do that. Walking around the place, that interests me. Now I have my attention. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Speaking of Kina,
Keenan and Kel.
Brid- Bridget, yeah, Keenan. That's how I remember how to say it.
You know, Keenan
Yeah.
has his own like sitcom now, right? On like
What?
NBC, I think. I think NBC or ABC.
No.
And I'm just hoping like if Kel doesn't show up on that show, I'll be pretty upset.
Wow, that I didn't know he had his own
Yeah, it
show.
just like started recently, and I
Huh.
all I thought was like if he somehow doesn't get Kel on that show, then he's doing a disservice to
Right.
his fans.
100%. This game looks great. Very much
It looks really cool.
Zelda-ish vibes.
Hmm.
I think it reminds me of Beyond Good and Evil. If
The
you've
main character kind
ever
of does.
Yeah, and also the style of it, if you remember Beyond Good and Evil had these kind of like large attack animations that would slow down. It was like dramatic slowdown, and it was just very
Mm.
stylish. But some of the stuff in that trailer reminded me of it, um, and like the dodge roll and things. It's a very different. It's Zelda-y, but it's also more action adventure-y. That
Yeah,
makes any sense at all. Game
it kind
looks
of does.
great. I think it's also coming to PC, so I'll play it there since the PS5 is illegal. It's easier to get drugs than it is to get think about that.
Actually, the
You
PS5
could
isn't real. Just so you
you could go out and get, like, a big old block of cocaine easier than you can get a PS5.
That's probably true.
That's insane, okay? That doesn't make any sense. I
It
don't know
doesn't.
how you get cocaine, but I'm pretty sure I could figure it out easier than PS5.
Jesus.
Ridiculous.
Okay.
Out of control. Don't do drugs. And that's it. That's the state of play.
Yeah.
I understand why people were probably upset, but, like, I think that was perfect. All the updates look great. They were succinct, unlike me, and, yeah, great
Yeah.
updates, some
I
release
yeah.
dates.
I think it'd be dumb for Sony to or PlayStation to announce anything anything other than just updates on a few games here and then maybe like I mean there's no reason for them with consoles
Mhm.
being as hard to get as they are. There's no reason
Right.
to be like here's what's coming in, you know, March and April and May, you know, like people are already angry that they can't get the console. You don't really want to like show what they're gonna miss out on launch wise. Like
Right.
suddenly all these games are coming in the next couple months and we can't even get our hands on them.
I think honestly, I think that's part of the reason why, Ratchet is in June, is just to get more units out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that pushed back Horizon and everything simply because of units, like, we don't have copies to sell. I guess Horizon's also on PS4, but still. And I think that people were disappointed. We didn't see any Ratchet here, but Returnal is their next big.
Mm.
I guess it'd be second party game. So let's focus on that. Let's not have a 10-minute blowout on Ratchet. That I'm sure will come in April or May, right? And then we'll learn about that. After that comes out, then we'll learn about Horizon. I think that's a good cadence for these events and state of plays.
Play.
Play. Keeping with the PlayStation news, and I've talked about this for well over a year. Sony just has the weirdest rollout of announcements where they have a state of play and also the day before they're like, "Oh yeah, there's a PSVR 2." Like, did you coordinate this at all? Did you
Yeah.
think maybe we could separate this out? No. 2 days apart, we're going to have two big major announcements for no reason. There's also no reason to announce PSVR 2 right now. I don't know why you would. It's coming next year, I think, or maybe even the year after that. It's not coming this year for sure.
Yeah.
Uh, so that's cool. PSVR 2, it's a whole new thing. One cord, no breakout box,
Woo.
new controllers finally, no Move ones from 2010.
Thank God.
No games announced officially for it,
Thank God.
obviously, because that would probably
That'd be
be
dumb.
something interesting. Yeah, it would be dumb to just
Just don't
announce some
announce it.
games for this thing.
Don't give us anything for the thing nobody can get and isn't even needing to think about right now.
Right. Right. And that's another thing. Like, when is this gonna come out? Production delays for this. How much is this gonna be? I don't even want to deal with it. But it is exciting. It's nice to see them not give up on VR.
Yeah.
I didn't think they would, but this is good.
It's nice of them.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Uh, I do think it's really stupid to have that announcement and then have a state of play the next day, but whatever, do whatever the fuck you
Was
want.
was it something they announced or just something they like put out there like so people know?
It
Like
was an interview with some stupid with GQ.
that's
Y-
weird.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a
Go
weird
look at the
place
video and
to.
look at Joel's face. Because that was my reaction too.
Yeah. That was
Uh,
a. I don't know. Some dude's just like showing his abs, spraying cologne. Just like, oh yeah, guess what? PSVR.
yeah, PSVR, yeah. It was very odd. And I think they had a post on the PlayStation blog as well. PlayStation.
I forgot about that place.
I don't give a shit about the PlayStation blog. Never did, never will. Moving on to Pokemon.
Pokemans.
There was a Pokemon Presents. This is the 25th anniversary. I feel like I get the year wrong sometimes, so it's 25.
Long time.
Yes,
What'd you think of
long.
the cool montage video? That was pretty awesome.
It was like 7 minutes too long. It
It
was
was
cool,
yeah, it was cool though.
but
I liked it.
it was very long. Like,
Yeah.
I was watching it in like 1.25 speed,
Oh wow.
because I was like, I don't need like, let's speed this up. I don't want
You're
it to
like, I
sound like
lived through
Chipmunks,
this. I don't need to
but
watch it. I thought it was cool. I liked it.
half that shit I never even seen before. Besides the games, like, I don't know. I never watched more than maybe 4 or 5 episodes of the anime.
Mm.
I played half the games. I'm more of a fan of like the cards or Pokemon as an idea or like the toys than I am the games.
Mm. Okay.
Maybe I'll turn the camera and I'll show you all my Pokemon stuff over there. I'm like, I don't like Pokemon. Okay,
The,
maybe I like Pokemon.
the camera kind of falls and suddenly it's just this giant wall with everything. Oh no!
It's like,
Is that a
you bought
dress? Is that a
you
Pikachu
bought the
dress?
yeah, you bought the Pikachu that's dressed like a snowman and the Pikachu that's Santa Claus. Like, you don't need that, but I do
That's
need that.
weird. Yeah. Do I
Yeah,
have
so
any of
I
the Pokemon? No. Damn it.
no, so yeah, I'm not a big fan, but I am a big fan. This was a good presentation, I think. Obviously, Pokemon Company is kind of separate from Nintendo, so they couldn't have this last week during the Nintendo Direct. It's been a busy month for news, or well, week, I guess. We got gameplay and kind of a feature overview for Pokemon Snap, which I'm very excited about. Game
I'm
looks
glad.
great.
I'm glad you're excited about it.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
Excited. You're not gonna try it?
No, I mean like even in game, like any other game, I don't care about taking pictures. Photo mode, fuck it, I don't care.
Oh, but
Taking
oh man, dude,
pictures, I don't care. Like and Pokemon Snap, the first one, I was like done with
eh.
it. Yeah, I just like I don't know.
I
Just
get it.
not
I
for
get
me.
it.
Not for me.
They so you take pictures, right? Two exciting things for me. They had the 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star pictures. So like each Pokemon will have different star levels for the picture. I'm in. I love that. But then they showed the original uh like pose and different ratings,
Yeah.
and that got that popped for me. I was like,
Yeah.
this is awesome. That's what I wanted. I wanted the rating system back. So excited to see it. I'm a big Pokemon Snap fan. That was the first Pokemon game I owned. Um,
Nice.
so for me, that's where Pokemon begins.
I think it's cool that like you can have it. You can make the Pokemon trigger certain events, which leads to different things and
Yeah,
scenarios, and like that part I do remember being pretty cool about it. To me, it's just like just not interesting enough for me to be engaged in it,
right.
and my attention span just is too sporadic for something like that. You should have seen me trying to play games today. I couldn't do it. I couldn't stick to one game.
Okay.
I was having a hard
I
time.
I'm out of control.
Like, oh God,
Uh
what do I play with? It
yeah,
was
and
rough.
even for
Rough
me with
day.
Pokemon Snap, I'm not that's my GameFly game. I have it set up as my hey, when this releases, send it to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing with
That's the
that.
one.
So that's what I did with Mario.
Yeah,
Worked out perfect.
yeah, that's a good one.
I don't have to pay $60 for a game I'll play for a week and never play again.
You don't want to own that one, like you owned the first one, kind of like a remembrance
Uh
in memory of.
maybe. It depends. Like if the reviews pop out and it's like, dude, this is so much content.
You need
I
to
can't
own it,
believe
stupid.
it.
No.
There's just it's just out of control, unbelievable. Then
Yeah.
yeah, maybe I will buy it. But nah, nah. Even I'm thinking about selling my Animal Crossing because I bought a physical copy. Get that out of here. Probably get like $50 for it. Go away,
You
Animal
probably
Crossing. I don't
could.
need you.
You
Yeah.
probably could. I'm not sure. Oh wait, I bought it digitally. I can't.
Yeah, I
That's
only
right.
bought it physically because I had a Best Buy gift card or something.
Oh yeah, that's good.
And I got a little money bag, like the little bag of bells. I got a little money
Yeah.
bag,
What?
and
That's
yeah,
cool.
and it'd be perfect if I played D&D or something as like a dice bag. It'd be perfect.
Oh.
But I'm not that nerdy yet, so
I
I got the beard for it. But
Yeah, there you go. I
yeah, I've been growing that D&D
I was
beard.
gonna pop in for like the Mario items, and then once I got back in and I saw all the weeds around like my island and my villagers all desperate to talk to me, I was like, oh fuck this. I got
No,
out. I was like, I'm out of
it's
here. I can't.
exhausting.
Yeah, I thought
Animal
about like
Crossing,
what's that Story of Seasons? It was on sale for like
right?
half off, and I was like, God, I
There's a new
really
one coming out. There's a new one
yeah.
coming out.
Oh, I just like
Yeah.
I really want to play one of these games, but like, how much am I gonna like it? So I'm waiting for one to go on sale really cheap. Any of them. I don't care. It's one of the more recent ones, but like I don't want to just jump into one of the new ones because I'm not ready to commit that hard to it. So I'm just
hmm
waiting,
hmm
waiting, waiting.
I
Anyways,
get you. I get you. Uh, Animal Crossing to me, it needs to be quicker to load into. Because if you're not in the game and you go into it, it's like a good 5-10 minutes before you're walking around. It's exhausting.
yeah. Okay.
That's enough time for me to not play your game.
That's enough. That's enough time for me to change my mind about you
Right.
know
Yeah.
reflect on my thoughts about how much I don't
Okay.
like your
We
game.
spent way too long on Pokemon Snap, which was probably the least interesting thing of the Pokemon presentation for everyone.
True.
We are getting Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl remakes. This is Gen 4. I don't know what happened to Gen 3. Did they already remake that? And I just forgot.
Yeah, that was
Oh, that was Ruby
Ruby
Sapphire.
Sapphire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. I skipped that game. That's why I forgot about it.
they were pretty good. I
I
liked them.
yeah, I like the style of this, the little chibi art style. They're outsourcing this game. It's not developed by Game Freak. I don't think they need to be involved. The game already exists. Just make it pretty and shiny.
I'm glad they're
This
just
is
remaking it and they're not making it in the style of Let's Go. Um,
I'm very happy about that
yeah,
too.
I love that, and I hope they do that with Black and White.
Black and white, yeah,
Yeah, I
I
hope.
played that one.
Like, I like those. I think Black and White was like the story from that was really good, and I hope they also remake the sequels. Let's just keep them like that. Don't try to let's go these fucks and just leave them alone. I want to replay these. I want to remember them because I
hmm
think the story in Black and White is really good, and I think the fact that we get a sequel in a Pokemon story like that is cool. And I think I don't recall the sequel as well, but I want to experience it. And I think Diamond and Pearl were actually really good, although I didn't like the Pokemon in that iteration as much.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that's
I
where
don't remember.
I think that's the one where the pile of garbage comes from, either from that one or from. It's in one of those.
It is in around. It's 4 or 5. Yeah.
That's where I started seeing like, okay, they're done trying. That's when they looked around and they're like, "There's a
This is
fucking
literal
cord on the
trash.
floor. There we go. There's a Pokemon right there." That's where they
Well,
that's where they ran out of ideas. Look, I
like I
got a
went home
bottle of
drunk.
hand sanitizer. There we go. There's a Pokemon.
Yeah, like just looking around the room. What do I do?
Yeah.
What do I pick for Pokemon? Oh,
One guy's
lampshade.
like
Like
picking his ear and he's like, "Hey, number 175."
175 right here.
Oh Jesus.
Wax a ball. Okay.
Yeah, at first when I saw the visual style, I was like, "Why are they so short?" And then
I like it. I think it's fine.
yeah, and then I was like, "That's all right." At least it already looks good, and it's not like, where you like it's not where the PS1 to PS2 art like
Hmm.
the changing graphics. You already look back at the PS1 and you're like, "Oh God, ugh."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll
No,
keep it
it
from being
looks
like
it
that.
looks appropriate. It fits it.
Yeah.
That's another GameFly game.
I mean, maybe
Yeah.
to at least try it. To at least try it. I'll probably buy
For
them.
me, it's a GameFly game.
I'll buy it.
Every game is a GameFly game for me.
That's true. Yeah.
Except for maybe this next game, Pokemon Legends Arceus?
Arceus or Arceus? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Either one. Yeah.
I don't know.
This game's coming out in. They say 2022. I don't think we'll see it till 2023, maybe.
They said early 2022 as well,
Mm,
which is a weird specification
gosh,
because
it's gonna run like crap.
it looks like it's gonna run like crap. Diamond and Pearl was late this year.
Yeah.
So this would be early the year after. I don't see that happening. Well, I see that happening. I just don't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why you would need to do that and
Yeah.
have two Pokemon games so
It wouldn't
close
even that close
together.
together. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Now,
weird.
what are your thoughts on this Pokemon Legends game? Do you think it's this whole open world type of game, or do you see it more of like open areas, kind of like the wild area from
The
Pokemon Sword and Shield?
the impression I got was closer to not Breath of the Wild, although did you see like the comparison?
Oh,
Um,
everyone's like, look at they did the shot. It's
they
like,
did
all
the
right,
shot.
calm down,
Like
guys.
that's just like
Yeah,
a camera pan or
it's
whatever.
like they did that in Fallout. All right, relax.
Like
When you get out of the vault.
that's a zoom over a mountain.
Yeah,
It is funny. Like this game looks like Breath of the Wild. This game looks like Breath of the Wild. Like that's a hill. Like sir, that
yeah,
is a hill.
yeah.
It's not everything is Breath of the Wild. Um, I think it is going to be a large open area or areas, whichever. Uh, it does very much seem like this is the Pokemon, pardon the pun, evolution I've wanted for 10 plus years.
For 20 of the 25 years
I know
that
since
Pokemon's
like
been around.
the GameCube. I'm like, would it be cool if they did this?
Yeah,
Yeah, it would be cool. Just wait till you're old enough to have children and then you can have this game. Not when you're an actual child and wanted it.
yeah.
Uh wait 20 years. But yeah, open world, you're crouching in the grass, throwing balls at the Pokemon. You can still fight the Pokemon as like normal Pokemon battles. It looked really, really cool and ambitious, and that's another reason why I think it could get delayed. Is it's very ambitious for
Mm.
them, um, and I would want this on a Switch Pro. It looks like one of those games. Like God, if it was just higher resolution, just a little higher, just get that frame rate to a solid 30. Because even Pokemon in the wild areas, Sword and Shield, it doesn't run super well. It doesn't look super good. I want my Pokemon to look like Pokemon Snap. Like that is how I want Pokemon games to look like.
Yeah.
It's just that's a super linear game where you're taking pictures, you're not doing anything else. So that's that. I am very excited for it. I did not expect them to do it. Um, I was very surprised. I was very surprised at this announcement.
Yeah, you know, I'm cautiously optimistic. I hope that they can at least set some expectations on what type of game we're going to get here.
Right.
Um I wish my biggest regret of not having a GameCube was not getting to play any of the Pokemon games that were like RPGs, like
Okay.
this not Stadium, but like the other ones, the spin-off
It was
ones,
a
like Pokemon
Gale of
Rangers and
Darkness.
Gale of Darkness. Yeah,
No, not Ranger.
because if they're anything kind of like the Digimon RPGs that were out, like Cyber Sleuths, those, even a game like that where it's like there's a storyline and throughout the game you can kind of catch Pokemon and use them to help you, get through the story.
Do
Things like
whatever,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be an open world Pokemon game. Although, yes, this is great, this is cool, like, but just something different than just a standard Pokemon game that they're just kind of, shelling out every generation. Like they could totally do spin-offs like that.
And that's what this seems to be, a spin-off.
Which, yeah, this is cool. It's like set in what, the
It's in
Diamond and
Sinnoh,
Pearl. It's
which
in
is the
Sinnoh.
Gen 4 place, yeah. In the
Yeah, and it's
past,
in the
which is cool.
past. The starters are completely different because you've got you got a Gen 2 starter, a Gen 3, and I think a Gen 4.
Yeah, they're all mixed up.
They're all mixed up, which is cool. Like, I mean, it seems really interesting, and I think I'm excited for it, but I'm also like kind of okay. Let's just how open are we going to go here, because the wild area was a great change for Pokemon games in general, but once I saw the limitations, I was kind of like disappointed in what it actually gave. It was like the Dynamax dens that they did were pretty cool, but then that got kind of like, I saw the limitations there and I was like, okay, small like progress made. But then like the DLC that they came out with, the last DLC that they came with, the Crown Tundra, ruined the game for me. I was really excited to get back into Pokemon and play it again, but then, they gave you all the legendary Pokemon way too easily, and it just kind of ruined the game. Like I stopped playing it completely because I was like, these legendary Pokemon were so easy to catch through these dens. It wasn't hard to get to them. The game became way too easy, and that's just not exciting anymore. It's not an RPG. It's just like a hit X, hit X, hit X, and I get the Pokemon. So
Right.
it's just I just hope this can add something different to Pokemon gameplay.
Well, I think it does, since you are, full third-person action adventure camera angle.
Give me a gun. Bah!
No,
No.
no.
Third person. No.
Third person.
Third person
You're
shooter
rolling
Pokemon. There we
around.
go.
You got a dodge roll, and you're throwing the ball at things. I think that should be enough to change it.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. We do need more information as kind of a larger game structure
Yeah.
wise, and scope. I'm excited for it though. This
I'm
is probably the
excited.
first
Yeah.
time I've been excited. Well, besides Pokemon Snap, for like a more mainline Pokemon game
Yeah.
in a long time.
Yeah.
I might buy this one.
I think right
Maybe.
now, everyone's just kind of like excited and they're putting their thoughts out there about what type of Pokemon game this could be. And I'm kind of like reading those posts on Twitter and stuff like that. And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, some of these ideas are way out there. Some of these people are dreaming way too hard. And I'm like, I don't want to be up there with them, because then we're going to come down way too hard. And that's going to suck. So I'm just trying to keep myself grounded. To be like, all right, we've been here before, everybody. Let's chill.
I agree. And for all my excitement for it, I'm not excited on that level. Like if it was Elden Ring or something, for me personally, like I no, it's not there. It's an exciting possibility, but like you're saying, like, I'm not getting my hopes up simply because I know, not personally, I'm not excited by any of these Pokemon games anymore. They're so samey. And even if this looks different, I don't know. It's like the fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 17 times over the last 20 years. That's my fault.
True words.
Right. And that was it. That was the Pokemon Presents. Very good presentation, I think. Yay, Pokemon.
Yeah. It caused you to get to know Post Malone, which is weird that you didn't know who he was.
No, it didn't. That wasn't what it was. I knew because they were doing that other Pokemon thing with him. And that was how I knew about him, not this presentation. Was he in this presentation?
He was doing that Pokemon song, I thought.
In the presentation?
No, but it like because of
Oh.
the 25th anniversary of
Yeah,
him
yeah,
doing
yeah,
that
yeah.
Pikachu song.
That's that. Yeah.
Oh.
That's how I found out he was a real person and not a
Yeah.
fake name. Because I thought it was a kind of funny podcast for sure, where they said, and it was probably Nick. They're like, yeah, it's like Post Malone, and I'm like, oh, Nick's just making up someone. I I didn't know it was a real person. Until recently, for a long time, and I'm not a fan of this person. They're freaky looking.
He's a
No
little
offense,
scary.
Post Malone. He's scary.
He's a scary
If I
man.
saw him walking down the street, I would run the other way. Although he's probably gonna have a mask on, so I wouldn't see his weird teeth, and that's what really scared me. Um, is there a logical reason to have a grill? Air quotes.
They're they just show that you're, I guess, worth a lot of money. I don't
You have
know.
money.
I don't know.
I
I
think it
guess
shows you're
so.
an idiot. You're a real
Yeah,
dumb
that could be
moron.
it too. That could be it too.
Definitely stupid.
Could be it too.
You might just put like having a tattoo that says Joker on your forehead in a movie about the Suicide Squad.
Hey, come on.
Uh, let's wrap up the news with a couple more PlayStation
PlayStation.
bits. Days Gone is coming to PC, and they kind of made a comment also like there's more coming, more stuff coming to PC. Obviously, what people want is Bloodborne on PC, but Days Gone's really good. Really enjoyed it. Got the platinum. I recommend people play it. It's gonna run better than it did on PS4. That loud ass lawnmower. So, have fun with it. Yay, Days Gone. Also, Gran Turismo 7 was delayed into 2022. They cited COVID as the reasons.
It got
I
COVID. That's
cited
unfortunate.
I cited Gran Turismo as the reason because no Gran Turismo game has ever come out on time.
It's always
Why
delayed.
start now?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
always delayed.
it's not gonna happen. And I would say in sad news, but I say in news we were just waiting 2 years to get. Anthem Next is officially canceled. They're not doing any more Anthem. Shocking. I know. Oh
It's
my god.
officially dead, everybody.
Who could have foreseen this?
Anthem. I was today I officially left the Anthem subreddit, just so everybody knows. I said my
Wow.
final goodbye by not saying anything and just leaving. But there was a post that actually made me kind of laugh because someone had put, "Do you think they'll let a community keep it running? Community ran servers?" And nobody, like, there was nobody in this post. This was posted maybe like the day that the news came out, and nobody's
Oh
commenting on
man.
it. And I
No
was
one
just like,
gives a
oh,
shit. No one
that's
ever
sad.
cared. I'm gonna go back and find that video I made when they announced Anthem
Yeah.
because I feel like that was my most clairvoyant ever. I was like, this game is fake. None of this is real. Y'all could be disappointed. Wait for gameplay, and then everything I said happened. I was
I
like,
just
shit.
think that they could have done something different with it when they knew, like, okay, this isn't gonna work as a games of service. If they
Right.
had turned it into some sort of like PvP, free to play
Well,
game, it could have turned into something because the gameplay was actually fun once they
yeah.
added a lot of tweaks to it. And I think they could have salvaged some of it. But even taking ideas from the gameplay of it, I think we're going to see a lot of those ideas in the upcoming Mass Effect or something
Right.
because there's definitely a lot there that they took from like Andromeda. And I think we're going to see what they did in Anthem, some of those gameplay mechanics, and probably add it into the upcoming Mass Effect for sure. I can feel it.
I would hope so. I don't think it's one of those things like, well, just throw all that in the trash. Uh, Anthem is a case of, hey, you probably needed another year
Yeah.
to make this game. There was no reason to release it. I don't know why EA or whoever keeps insisting on releasing these things when they're not ready or bad times. And it's not like it takes that much business acumen to predict this. Like, I remember I played the beta for Anthem in December, and then there was like a public beta, but I played that first beta and I was like, this is not ready. There's
Yeah.
no way. And internally, everyone knew. Everyone had to have known. I don't know why but Anthem still sold a bunch. It
It
sold a
did. It sold
lot
a
of
lot that
copies.
year. I think it was one of the highest selling games that year.
It was, yeah, I believe
And
it was in the top 10.
it's because the usual crowd that loves those types of games were in on it. Like when I played it, I was
Right.
done. I had just kind of been done with Destiny when I played it. I was like, I'm not going back to Destiny. I'm looking for something new. Um, Playing it, I was like, I can see this being cool. I can see the loot grind here. I can see the whole cycle of like, I'm gonna play this game. I'm gonna fly around like Iron Man. I'm gonna play as like the wizard character, so I'm already in. Um, I see the grind of like picking up gear, going on missions, flying around teammates. I'm in. This is gonna be cool. I can't wait to see what the whole game is gonna be about. And then the whole game came out, and then everything went to shit. Heartbroken. Ugh. It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was always hoping something would happen, and I would check back in, and I still had fun playing it, but just no substance. There's just no substance there. It sucks.
Yeah. I feel like I knew Anthem Next wasn't gonna happen a year ago.
Mm.
'Cause, like,
Yeah, we knew it wasn't.
we knew this is not looking good, and they started announcing other projects. Eh.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
with this kind of, I don't know, closure or whatever, cancellation, they also had a comment that the Dragon Age 4, multiplayer is canned. So they're not
Good.
gonna have that, and, that's it's wild to me that there was a multiplayer component that seems somewhat substantial for Dragon Age.
Well, apparently there was one in Inquisition that I completely forgot about.
Was there?
Yeah, apparently like one of my coworkers who very one of the biggest Dragon Age fans I've ever met in my life
Uh-huh.
told me about it, and I was like, I don't remember that. But
Yeah, I don't
apparently there
remember that at
was,
all.
and I'm glad I never experienced it because when she explained it to me, I was like, well, I'm glad I didn't play it. That sounds awful.
Sounds like trash.
Yeah, it sounds like something they just definitely crammed in there. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is a
I
good
I
idea. Focus on single player. Make sure this game is good, and let's not anthem it.
yeah, I think the failure of Anthem and the success of Jedi Fallen Order in particular finally showed EA the light. Like, not everything needs to be a game as a service. You can still have Apex and FIFA cards.
Hmm.
Not everything needs that. And
True.
and building goodwill, like, there's a reason why. It's a stupid reason, but there is a reason why you're voted the worst company. It's because you make stupid fucking decisions constantly. So building up some goodwill might hurt the pocketbook a little bit, but over time it's going to lead to positive things instead of constant negative things like killing Mass Effect almost and killing BioWare almost
True.
and killing Titanfall for no reason. Like, come on, you gotta you can't keep doing this. You're gonna run out of franchises.
Exactly.
You're gonna run out of things to kill.
Yeah. You've killed
Not
enough.
gonna be good.
You've killed enough.
Right. They also canceled something else, but it was like barely a tech demo that they had shown, and I forget what it was called. And I looked up the footage, and I was like, yeah, this does not look good. It
Hmm.
was like early gray box footage though.
Ew.
I don't mean it didn't look good visually. I mean it didn't look like a fun game. Like, I don't want to play this. I don't even know what it is. And that's what you're showing me. Like, what are you not showing me? The bad stuff? Oh my god, this is the good stuff. And that's it. That's it for the news. A lot of news this week. Busy, 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 busy.
A whole lot of news. Cool. Well, before we get to the news, remember everybody to go ahead and follow us on Twitch. We're trying to hit a goal of 150 followers by the
Bum, bum,
end
bum.
of April 30th to be in fact. We're looking at is there a 31st in April? I don't know. Either way, the
Oh man,
goal
don't
is
ask me.
April 30th. If there is a 31st, hey, that's just a buffer. The goal is for us to hit 150 followers. That's mainly so that we can just be out there and spread the love of the podcast to all of you guys. Also, so we can have more people in the chat with us while we're recording,
Mhm,
but also
mhm.
while we're streaming Saturdays. We're going to be streaming more games on Saturdays as part of a way to also promote the podcast, which we do have to do more often while we're playing games on Saturdays. I think that's one thing we do forget to do, but
Oh yeah,
yeah, yeah. But yeah,
that's
we've been
true.
having fun playing Dark Souls. So to celebrate that initiative, if we do happen to hit that goal, we're going to do a little drinky drink while we play some Dark Souls. Ben, it, uh, okay, I don't know what that is, Ben,
I'm
but it's
distracting
a
you,
little
and it
weird. But
works real well.
so The goal is, or the prize at the end of that goal is to do a little bit of drunk Dark Souls gaming. Um, if I'm still playing Dark Souls by the time we hit that, which who knows, by the time I hit this boss,
Right.
I will play
Okay.
Dark Souls. I will do some drinky drinks. Ben might join me do some drinky drinks, and we'll play some drunk Dark Souls. If I beat Dark Souls by then, maybe we'll be doing another run of Dark Souls. Maybe we'll be at Dark Souls 2, maybe Dark Souls 3. Who knows? Who knows what the cards
I'm
will
thinking it
reveal?
could be drunk Resident Evil 7.
Maybe drunk
That could
Resident
be
Evil
good.
7. Who knows,
Yeah.
guys? Who knows?
Yeah.
But follow the channel to find out. So, but also be here for Dark Souls Saturdays. We have a good time. We had
Yeah.
another chatter with us this last Saturday, helping us out big time, and chatting it up and telling us about his cat, and also cursing so much that we had to ban Streamlabs. So that was
Streamlabs very
Streamlabs is now
much.
banned, unfortunately. In the
Streamlabs
chat.
like really cracking the whip over there.
Yeah. Anyways, now we're going on to favorite part of the podcast where we get to talk about all the games that we played this last week. I think we're going to start off with Outriders,
Yes, I'm glad you start there.
the playable demo from this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Ben, I want to get your thoughts on Outriders because I have some thoughts as well.
Okay. That'd be an interesting place to start. I played about an hour, maybe a little bit more. I wanted to play more, and then I ran into an issue with my computer and the sound setup, and it's
Hmm.
a whole fucking thing. I don't want to get into it because it's boring and no one cares. But I was playing it in stereo, and I'm like, why is this in stereo? And then I had to reroute everything. So whatever. So I didn't play as much as I wanted.
Okay.
It's a whole fucking thing, and I hate it. I hate sound. Sound is the worst.
Sound is the worst.
It's also the best, which is why it's so frustrating when it
No.
doesn't work.
Play with
And like
audio all the way down.
right, and the sound bar has one HDMI in. Like I need like four HDMI ins on this sound bar.
Is there an HDMI
Uh,
switcher you can get?
yes, but
It ruins it.
do I lose quality? Do I lose HDR? Do I lose frame rate? Do I lose this and that? And it's like, well, you get a good one. It's $200. Like, no, I'll just plug the HDMI cable into the Xbox when I want to use it.
Yeah.
It's not ideal, but
Hmm.
it's gonna have to work anyway. Um, I really liked it. I really liked Outriders. Granted, it was an hour, right? And I'm skipping all the cutscenes because
Okay.
they're frustrating. I I don't know what they were going for, but I don't like it. I love the setup of the story where like we gotta colonize this planet, and then you're in cryosleep for 30 years or something. Um, I don't. If they said it in a cutscene, I didn't see hear the years, but it was a while. Um, and then you have powers now. Like I think that's really cool. And they now there's a war going on the planet. You have no idea what's going on. You get captured and like driven through all these bodies and people hanging, and it's a war zone. This is awesome. I'm into this whole setup. And the gameplay I think feels really fun. It's fast. Uh, I love third person shooters. It's kind of that Gears of War mixed with uh, well, it's more, I guess, the Division 2. It's very Division-y,
Yeah.
but with
Powers.
powers. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I like the powers. I picked the Trickster.
Okay. Cool.
So I had like this close range sword thing, and then I have a
Oh, awesome.
time slow down bubble, which is really
Nice.
cool. And then, like as people are shooting at me, it gets in the bubble, and like the bullets are slowly going
Oh,
towards you
that's
in the bubbles.
awesome.
Like this is cool shit. Uh, I I really liked the gameplay. I think it has a really fun loop. Shooting felt great. I'm probably gonna try it. This is why I was trying to get a mouse and keyboard. Like I want to play this more on my mouse and keyboard, but I don't have. It's like a whole thing. It's a whole thing. I really liked it. I'm impressed by it. It's on my GameFly queue. GameFly.
Gamefly. Hashtag Gamefly.
Every freaking game on GameFly. But I'm excited. I might. I'm gonna play more after the show. Like I want to do more of the demo. Check it out. See everything it's got.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I also really enjoyed the gameplay. I played as a pyromancer, and I really enjoyed using the abilities. What's really great is the first ability I get. He shoots flames from up the ground, and it shoots it like a wave right at somebody, and then it heals me. So that part was cool. The
Okay.
next, like the second one, he shoots like like a fire stream at somebody and pulls them. That also heals me, which was pretty great. And then the third ability I got was basically you shoot like fire spikes at somebody and it tags them with like ash. And basically, if you kill them before it wears off, then they kind of shoot up in the air and explode, and it can hit anybody right near them.
Okay.
So right off the bat, I'm like, this is great. The gameplay is awesome. It's third person shooting with fire abilities. I'm already like into this part. The rest, everything else about the game, the story, I don't care about. The tower or whatever, like the main hub, gave me Anthem vibes, like big time. Like the characters there, the even like visually, being there, I felt like I was back at the the main hub for Anthem. Like
That little
everything
city,
about
yeah.
it, the little city, everything felt very. And so that's, and not to say that's like a bad sign. Like, oh, this is the omen that's gonna curse this game. No, it
No.
was just like and not like with Destiny initially, like, oh man, I care about the story, these characters are cool, whatever. Now when I play Destiny, I'm just like, I mean, I all these characters feel familiar, so like, do I care what they say most of the time? No. I just want my next quest, whatever, I want to go play.
Right.
And not to say that like I don't give a shit about the story about Outriders and it makes me not interested in anything else about the game. It's like, but do I, with this demo, do I feel like this is a game I'm going to pay $60 for? I don't know. I feel like that's probably a no. If it was 40, I don't know. I could see myself maybe picking it up for 40. I enjoyed the gameplay enough. I looked at the skill tree and I was kind of like, if I'm getting cooler abilities than what I have now, I could see myself really digging into this. But it really depends on how different the other abilities get. And also, I was watching. I played with Logan, and Logan's like Technomancer abilities were pretty cool. And now hearing the Trickster abilities, like I can have different classes. I can see the gameplay difference, and right away that makes me interested in like there's different styles I can play as.
Right.
That's already pretty
I think
cool.
it has
It reminds me of Diablo.
kind of. Yeah, it's
So
got the loot and all that stuff too.
So it's, I think there's something there. And I was excited to get into it because when I first started hearing about Outriders and other people getting to play like the closed beta or alpha or whatever, I had already been interested in it. And getting to play, I'm like, I had fun playing it. And that's a lot of the time, that's all that really matters.
So. Yeah, I think it's what it also has going to me, or for me, I do like the sci-fi aesthetic, and I also like the totally random, unnecessary gore of it, where
Yeah.
like you get a shotgun and you just blow someone up.
Yeah.
Why? This is cool though. Uh, it has a very fun system where I got the sniper rifle, and I'm just clicking heads.
Yeah.
It's just they're just blowing up. Like this is fun.
Yeah.
This has a very it's just a good feedback loop. Like, yeah, I like doing this. Let's do more of this. Uh, I don't know. I want to play more of the demo, and I might actually buy it. There's just nothing coming out,
Yeah.
and it comes out. Oh, when does it come out though? Like the end of April
I don't know.
or end of March? Look it up real quick because I might actually get it just because I want a shooter like this, and I did like the Division, but this has more abilities and that more structure for me, more what I would want.
April 1st?
Oh, that's right, because it's like, "Is that a joke?" Yeah,
Yeah.
it's April 1st. So, yeah, that might be a good time. There's nothing coming out for me, like, I can't think of a goddamn thing that's coming out until Resident Evil 8 or Nier. Nier is probably the next. When's that? Get your Google machine going. Figure out when Nier Replicant is. I have the memory of an old man. Old, decrepit skeleton man. And my other ability, I should say, I had the melee ability up close, but it like phases them out and like melts them to skeletons. Like it's really cool. And they just disappear. They like melt to skeletons and then fade away to ash or something. It's awesome.
Nier's out on the 23rd of April.
Oh shit. Yeah, this is the first. Oh my god, I have a month to wait for like a new shiny game.
Yep. So Yeah, I mean, gosh, that's a
It
tough
was
one.
fun. It was really fun, and I
It
think
was really fun.
you could definitely get a PC deal for like $45 and get
Probably.
the game. Yeah.
I did have a good time with it. I'm trying to think what else. I've been having a hard time with games that have like so with like the Division, and then I played a little bit of a Ghost Recon Breakpoint,
Right.
and I was getting kind
I
of
could
bored
just
with
play
like
that.
their mission structure because it's just like the same loop over and over again of just like
Mhm.
you kill the
Mhm.
baddie, you kill the bullet sponge, whatever. Although Breakpoint does have a nice little like it's a little too much for me. There's just too much going
Breakpoint
on.
Breakpoint has like this map that is obscenely large for no reason.
Yeah, and it's just there's just too much going on at once, and it's just like, oh, can you like use your abilities? And it's like, why? Like, how does all this shit work? I don't remember anymore. But it was nice to get back in there. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play that anymore. Um, I don't know. Outriders, it is interesting. I'll have to wait and see if it has a deal or something. But I'm
Mhm.
interested in playing more for sure.
It's in a weird spot where I feel like there's nothing coming out though, then that might help it.
Mm.
But this kind of lukewarm, it's positive, but it's not overwhelming like, "Oh man, you gotta play this game."
Yeah,
And
that's
I
that's the
that
thing
could
is
hurt it.
that's what's hurting me about thinking about buying it. Is like I don't know if I'm completely sold on it because I'm not like normally I would be like, oh, dude, I'm so in. I want it. I need it. I need to buy this game, but I'm not quite there yet. Maybe I need to try another class,
Yeah,
play it.
maybe.
Yeah, because you can only get up to like level 7, I think. So I can't unlock anything else right now. So I might need to
No.
play as a different class and see if I like it.
We'll see. I'll find you a deal though. I'll find you a deal.
We'll see. Anyways, moving on.
I was trying to, I couldn't. Uh let's see. I do want to finish the Bowser's Fury. I talked about it last week.
Mm.
Really enjoyed it. I was about halfway through. Finished the other half. Uh, I don't know if I said this on the show. I think this is better than Odyssey. Where obviously it's shorter. This is like a 6 to 8 hour campaign. Um, took it to 100%. Odyssey's a lot larger, but I would rather Odyssey have been this for 40 hours than what we got. Uh, and I loved every second of it. I mean, the level structure of these different islands you go to and you go back, well, now I got to find the blue coins and now I got to do this and now I got to do that. And each one kind of has its own in the same way Mario 64, right? Like, oh, like the red coin stage or this other uh kind of archetype,
Yeah.
right? Each stage has the fight the thing and race the guy, and I loved that about it. I think the game's incredible. I love it so much. I my only other thing to bring up with it is there's been this kind of, you've probably heard it on podcasts. Every single podcast I've heard talk about this game, they talk about it in reference of like, is this something Nintendo could be planning to take the franchise, right? Like, is this the next 3D game for Mario? Like, what does it possibly mean? And to me, especially after playing a lot of it and beating it, this is what they made after they finished 3D World, and then they took those ideas and made Odyssey. So I don't think Bowser's Fury is like, what's the future going to be? We already got the future. That future is Odyssey. It's very obvious that that's like the natural next step. They didn't go back into a 9-year-old game and add an 8-hour campaign. That
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. They probably already had most of this done. They just polished it up, maybe added a few things, whatever. But it's not like they went back into this old thing. Like, what do I do now? Uh, that's disappointing to me because I don't think this is an indication of the future. I hope reception of it maybe tilts their hand a little bit because I would rather Odyssey had been like this. And I brought it up last week too, where Odyssey is I must have said it was better than Odyssey last week then if I brought up Odyssey. But uh
Yeah, I think you did.
like you see a glowy shine on a hill and you're like, what does that mean? And then you ground pound it and it gives you a star. Odyssey just goes overboard with that.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think paring it down into what they did with Bowser's Fury works better and is more fun. It still has the constant enjoyment. You still feel like you're uncovering a mystery of the island and figuring it all out. It's great. It's incredible. I loved it. I basically marathoned it over 2 or 3 sessions. So good. Um, I need to make a note of, like, the end of the year. This might end up in my top 5. I really think
Damn.
it's that good. Um, and it's that different. It's that different from 3D World. It is the same mechanics, like, functionally, but it is a very different, structure, everything else.
Wow. All right.
Really liked it. Uh, did you play any more of the triangle strategy demo?
No.
How
I
far did you
just
get into it?
I I got to the first battle and then I realized like I'm probably not gonna have the time to play this game when it comes out, and I don't want to like spend the money on it to get it and then not play it. So I just gave up and like deleted it off my Switch. I just knew I wasn't gonna get into it. I was like, I have a really bad issue with not finishing games, so I'm trying to like
Mhm.
limit the amount I like try to commit to. That makes sense.
It it does. I
Even demos. I'm like, I told myself,
even
I'm like,
demos.
if I download this
And
demo, then I'm gonna commit myself to buying the game when I know I shouldn't.
the demo's long. I maybe played 2 hours of it. I did 1 battle, and now it's been, like, story stuff for a long time. I love the setup of it. I love the kinda Game of Thrones popularized, political intrigue, and this person's that person, and that's the princess, but that person's raised them in this other country and blah, 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 like, all that nonsense. I love that. I
Yeah.
think they do a good job. I'm also it's tough to follow because I don't know who any of these people are, and I also feel like, well, if I wanna play this game, I don't wanna pay too close attention because then it spoils stuff that happens hours into the game,
Is
and
it that deep into it?
it's chapter 6.
Oh wow, I
Like,
didn't know that.
it's not like 2 hours in.
Oh
Um,
jeez.
people die. I got to the point where I had to make a decision of do we defend this guy or do we give him over to the enemy? I don't know what happens if you give him over. I chose to like let's protect him in the town. Um, it's cool. I like the combat with it. I cannot wait to play this on PC though, and not on the Switch.
Yeah.
To me, it's not a Switch game just because the battle. I think the battle must have taken me 45 minutes or something. Like it, when I play Switch, right? Generally, it is in like 20-minute bursts.
Yeah.
So I just felt like I was playing that battle for 3 nights in bed. Like,
Is
how is
it
this
is it
battle
hard to
still going on?
maneuver the with the battle system? Because you have to like, if you're gonna move a character, you gotta like maneuver it with the joystick, right?
No, it was fine. It was fine
I
because
always
you can
thought they
also
should.
rotate the.
Okay. I always thought they should let you touch the screen for tactics games.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, because they let you do it. Oh God, what game was it? Oh, with Darkest
Fire
Dungeon,
Emblem? Oh,
you can
oh,
you
okay.
can use the touchscreen for parts of that game. For mainly most of it, you can use the touchscreen, just like touch it, and it changes that to the menu
Mainly
option.
most of it.
Yeah, pretty much most of it. There's like certain parts where it's like you need the controller because my like the screen's too small. So it's like I can't get
Hmm.
that little nub,
Oh, the little
the
pixels in
little
the way.
nub, the little pixel. I can't get it. But it looks really good. I just know like by the time it comes out, I'm not gonna play it.
I get it. Yeah. Um, well, one thing I like about it too is it is a tactics game, but unlike just for reference, unlike Fire Emblem, where it's your whole all your units go and then all the enemy units go, they have like the timeline on the bottom,
Yeah, yeah,
and that's cool. I like games that do that in general, turn-based RPGs that do that, but they have all their faces, and I couldn't figure out what their face, like who that is,
yeah.
and also it just seemed confusing as to is that person next or is that me going now? And then people would go, and I'm like, but that's not what the next face was. So it just felt like there was some confusion for me with it.
He's using his old profile pic. That's not him
Y-
anymore.
Yeah, that's not him. And part of that's probably just related to I don't know who any of these people are, so
Yeah, yeah.
like just a bunch of faces.
You'll probably know them by that point.
Yeah. There are a couple other little things like that that I would assume get tightened up before release, such as the name. But we'll see. We'll see if they change the name.
Yeah,
I'm impressed with
they'll
it,
probably will.
and I need something to play on Switch. So there you go.
There you go. Cool.
That's all it takes.
Well, I'll talk about a game here.
Yeah, what's this bravery blah blah blah?
So, Bravery Network Online is a game that I received the code for from Pop Agenda.
Hmm.
And it's basically a turn-based RPG. It is in the style basically of like it reminds me actually of Scott Pilgrim kind of. If you can pull it up on Steam too if you've like never seen what this looks like. It's very like cartoony. It's like it's almost like 90s cartoon. But I love the style of it. The one thing that is really confusing about it is what the symbols mean as far as like what's weak to what and what to use as an attack. But so far, like, I'm very early on in it, and what I'm liking about it is the dialogue between the characters and um just kind of what, like, basically what you are. It's a really weird game, and so I'm still trying to like figure out the story of it. But basically, you're this like little TV character guy, and you're trying to basically be cool in this weird world.
Hmm.
And the only way to do that is to win swagger from battles. And you need to do that by using these, I guess, digital online guys that you've awakened one of them. So you go into battle with them, you get your ass kicked, and then you realize, wow, I need more people. So I need to learn how to basically fight, and I need people to help me, I need people to train me, and I need to gain swagger to get better at this. So someone takes you into their wing, they teach you how to like get better and recruit people. So you recruit this team, and they're gonna basically help you get cooler. So you win your first couple battles, you gain swagger, which is basically your currency, and then you upgrade your TV face so you look cooler. And then you go and you start going to like you go to the cafe, and then that's where I'm at now. I'm in like the second area now. So I'm there, and I'm learning how to use these other abilities because now I'm coming across a new type of enemy. But what's really weird is the abilities aren't like I'm not fighting fire against ice, right? Instead, I'm sending an invite to someone for lunch, and they're weak. Like what it's actually doing, it's affecting them because I'm causing them hunger, and it doesn't. It gives them 10 damage, and then at the end of their turn, it causes them more damage.
Huh.
So it's really weird in that way where I'm like, okay, I think I understand what it's doing because I invited them to lunch, but they don't have a way to respond to that. They're just feeling hungry. And then the other move that they have is I can give them a write up because I'm like a hall monitor, I think.
I don't know
So
what's going on.
it's really weird. And then there's this other character on my team that just has acidic armor. So every time they attack her, they kind of get poisoned. Which that part makes sense. I'm like, okay, I get that one. That one's easy. No problem. And then this
Okay.
other character just has like really long swords so I can slash. And so, okay, some of these are pretty easy, but then there's other ones that are just like really weird. Like I can bribe you. I can write you a bribe or something. Like, so it's a
Hmm.
really weird game, but I like the style of it, and so I'm like I just want to understand it more. So I need to like, but because I'm in the middle part of a story, I can't like go to the tutorial portion to relearn some of the dialogue I probably just didn't grasp at the time.
Hmm.
But I'm very interested in it, and I'm liking it. The
Okay.
game's out already. It's on Steam. I think it's like $20.
It looked like it's early access right now. That's what it
Yeah,
says.
yeah. They're putting out more content, and I think there's some sort of PvP and ranked online system for it. So I'm interested. I'm interested in playing it more. I'm gonna keep playing it and trying to get the hang of it, and then I'll probably give up some more updates on it.
Cool.
But yeah,
I like the style of it.
yeah, I love the style of it. It's pretty cool. The dialogue is really funny and really weird, and getting like there's another character in it that is like a TV kind of like you, and he's kind of like a jackass, which is funny because you're like not as cool, and he's got like sunglasses and spiked hair. So really weird game. Really weird game, but really cool so far. And I've been trying to get into RPGs again because I've had a hard time. I've always been like, I've been really tired because of work. So like when I try to play an RPG, I'm just not like able to really stay awake for them. Like I'm just not like getting into them. And so far, this is the only one that's kept my attention. And that's probably why I've just been playing shooters, because it's the only thing that I'm like able to keep my attention span in a way.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, should I tell you about my little adventure in Dark Souls today?
Yeah, sure. Let me know.
So, you and Lurkin Gray were telling me about these arrows, these archers, right?
Oh, the archers. Yeah.
And I kind of saw what you guys were talking about a little bit because I saw them shooting. I think at one point I seen one arrow come by, right? So,
Okay.
I did find that other bonfire though. The one, it's
down below the elevator thing.
Yeah. So because I had gone, so that first place where I went into the building, and there was those people in the white robes, right?
Yeah.
So I ended up getting down to the bottom, fighting through them, and killing that whole area. And then I went back up, hit the lever, got down further, got the bonfire that's in there, went back out, hit the lever again to go back up, went across the bridge. I was able to use the bow to bait one of the knights.
Oh, okay.
So I killed them, and then I killed each of the winged guys, right? So I was like, all right, I did it all slowly. Gargoyles. I did it all slowly, and I was like, okay, cool. And then so the two guys, so before you get to the arrow guys, right, that are up the banister thing, there's those two guys that are in that one building, the gargoyles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they had killed me once already, so my souls were all sitting in there. So I was like, I'm not going in there for them to just stab me to death. So instead, I pop in there and I back out. They both come out rushing. One of them falls off the edge and dies, which is weird because they can fly.
Yeah, that can happen.
The other guy comes out. I kill him. And then I'm like, okay, I'm standing there and I see the arrows shooting at me. And they're slow enough to dodge. But then I go to block one.
No.
And luckily I'm still standing in that area. And the knockback is crazy.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, I see.
That's the problem.
I see. So first thing I do, I run up to where you get to that first like wall, or I guess that pillar. So I run up there. I'm safe. They can't hit me.
Mm-hmm.
And then from here, I'm like, I don't know where to go. So I go, okay, I can run. I can probably, like, if I try to block, I'm going to get knocked back. So my goal here is to run, maybe try to look around as quick as I can and figure out where I need to go. So I like wait for them to shoot. As they shoot, I run because I'm able to, like, that arrow misses me completely and I'm running.
Yeah.
And luckily I went to the right and saw like one black knight who was shooting the arrows, which I didn't realize it was them that were shooting it. Or Silver Knight, I think. And he's standing right there at the edge, and I'm able to run up and slash him, and then he takes out his sword, and I blocked it once, and he fell off the edge.
Oh, good.
And then I keep running. I jump down, get into that little, I think I kill, maybe there's one guy right there on the balcony. I don't remember. But either way, I did it all on the first try. I made it. So I didn't die a single time.
Wow.
Got to the bonfire where Solaire is.
Yeah, he's there hanging out.
Got there, and then I spent a little bit of time just going through there and kind of like grinding in there. Got killed by a dark purr that invaded. Someone, I don't know, someone invaded and killed me in one hit. That was pretty cool.
Oh,
That was unfortunate.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that sucked.
that'll happen.
Yep. But other than that, it's yeah, I made a little bit of progress. So I think the next thing is I think I
Wow.
might need to go in there a little bit more, but I think I'm almost towards the bosses
Yeah.
that are in there because I've been running around there all up and down the stairs a little bit.
Oh,
So
okay. Did you open up all the shortcuts and stuff?
probably not. So maybe you'll guide me through there, and then we'll hit the boss on Saturday.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So prepare yourself.
Anticlimactic archers there.
Yeah. It could have been a real mess. Real mess.
Yeah.
Could have been a real
Yeah.
mess. I could totally
Yeah.
see that being a big mess for me, but it was not. Quite, quite. I could have totally seen it too. I was like, well, I could totally panic here, try to dodge roll, try to run, maybe accidentally jump, try to block.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I just calmly like ran a little bit, saw where the arrows were going, saw one dude standing there, and I just ran up and.
I feel like what sometimes happens is I'll get shot in the back by the
Oh
arrows as
yeah,
I'm doing this. That's a danger.
yeah,
But that's cool. That's good because that's not a fun part if you get stuck there for
yeah,
2 hours.
yeah. That could have sucked. Cool. Any other games?
Yeah, one other game since I'm playing all these Resident Evil games. I don't know if I finish Revelations 2 last week. I think I did. It doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think you did.
So I played Code Veronica this week, which is the only one I never beaten. Actually, I'd played half an hour about 10 years ago, didn't like it, and then just bounced and never went back. I was like, I don't like this one. This one's stupid.
Wow.
Um, yeah, so it's the only one I never really played. I know the story more. I because I looked it up and all that. And this was the first one like in full 3D where instead of the hand drawn, not hand drawn, but the pre-rendered backgrounds and the camera angles, it still has the camera angles, but now it's all done in 3D, so the camera pans and stuff too. Visually, it definitely does not hold up as well simply because of that. It was originally a Dreamcast game, and actually, it was originally supposed to be Resident Evil 3. So, like, this this is treated and kind of regarded as a spin-off or a sub-story thing, but in reality, it was supposed to be Resident Evil 3. But
Hmm.
3, they wanted. It was something with PlayStation where they wanted 3 games, and they didn't want the side story. So Nemesis became Resident Evil 3, and this became Code Veronica instead of Resident Evil 3.
Yeah.
The whole thing. But it makes more sense if you know the plot where Claire is looking for her brother. So you play as Claire for most of the game, or maybe, I don't know, 2/3 of the game. And then the final third is Chris coming to rescue her um, because she was captured and blah, 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 blah.
Oh, cool.
It's, I like the story implications and it's interesting. The writing and the dialogue is terrible. Oh my god, like, the writing's bad,
Yeah.
and then the delivery is somehow makes it even worse, and it is just wow, I don't know, I don't remember Resident Evil 1 or 2 being this bad. This is bad. This
What
is
if it
real
got a
bad.
remake though? What do you think?
Well, that's what I'm excited about. If they remade this game like RE2 and RE3, this is awesome.
Yeah.
This would be super freaking cool. Uh, it's a long ass game too. I mentioned that to you yesterday. When I beat it, it said it took me 13 hours. Um, and I don't know if that includes how many like the times I died or I don't know. It's a long game. Like that's longer than 5 took me to beat, and all the Revelations game were like 8 hours, like maybe even shorter. So this game took forever. Um, it was maybe too much content, but I really thoroughly enjoyed it. There's like mansion bits of it. The way it's just like the way they do maps and kind of the level structure and exploring them. No other game does,
Yeah.
except for like Onimusha or the kind of Resident Evil likes. Uh, and I loved it, man. Just going in there like, I don't know where I'm going. What's this place? What's that place? There's this tool here. Crap, this is bad. There's an enemy there. Oh my god, what do I do? I love that frantic search of like, do I go to another room or do I go back? Or if I save, I only have so many ink ribbons. But if I do this, and I don't have any ammo, so I'm using this bow gun for no reason. Like it's so fun. I really really loved it. I now it's like I'd almost want the Code Veronica remake more than the 4 remake just because 4 already plays really well
Yeah.
and it already is a behind the shoulder kind of action game. I think if you made this like RE2, oh man, you got some really cool bosses and moments in it that fans like me would love, 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 love to see. I'm hoping they do it. I feel like they might not, but that's fine. I can't believe I didn't like it when I played it last time. It was one of those things. Like I played Resident Evil 2, 3, and then I went to play Code Veronica maybe like a year after that, and I'm like, I don't like it. But man, it was great. It was super made. I played it on Xbox. It's a 360 game. Played fine. Perfect. Loving it. Um,
They
it's
almost
it's
need
pretty
to
funny.
they almost need to remake all like the side ones in one go.
Like which ones though?
Like the Revelations and
Well, those are
then
newer though. Those are like
are they? How old?
behind the 2013 might be the oldest one.
Oh dang. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, though they're new. They play like the Revelations game play more modern than 5. Um,
Oh.
they came out after 6. Or Revelations 1 I think came out the same year as 6. But yeah, they're not old at all. They're more like Resident Evil 4 than anything else.
Okay.
Um, it's just I want them to do Resident Evil 1 also in that RE2 style. I might play Resident Evil 1 again. I kind of want to do it, man. Those games are so good. 0, ugh. Playing through all these Resident Evil games. There's nothing to play. I'm playing a 20-year-old game that was originally on the Dreamcast, ported to the 360. 10 years after that, playing it now. It's good though. It's really good.
I really want to finish Control, but I'm having a hard time getting back into it. Like,
Did you redeem the Ultimate Edition?
yeah, that's the one I have downloaded,
Okay.
but I don't know.
You should do it. There's nothing going on.
Yeah. And I like it.
Yeah.
I like it enough. It's just like I get to the boss on the mission on the quest that I'm or mission I'm on, and I think I'm a little maybe I'm just not strong enough to beat him. He kills me in like 1 or 2 hits.
I feel like yeah, the balance isn't very good in that
Yeah.
game.
And I don't know. There's so then I like and then the loading screens take forever.
Yeah,
So I don't
that's
want to
also true.
then I want to stop playing it right away. But it's a good
Which
game.
boss is
I
it?
like it. It's I'm trying to remember.
There were several I did not enjoy.
Yeah, this is the trying to remember which one it is. It's the one where you're like you're on your way to track down your brother. It's like in the Panopticon, I think.
Okay, that's a place. Yeah.
And I forgot his name, but basically when you enter the room, they're all floating up in the air, and then as you enter, like you jump down, they all start jumping down.
Is this right after the city,
Um, yeah,
the model city or whatever?
yeah,
Okay, I know exactly what fight it is. Yeah, that's really annoying. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Not great.
not a fan.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's too bad.
I don't know, but I want to get that one out of the way. I just want to get Control out of the way, like because I like it enough to where I want to play it and beat it,
Mm-hmm.
but if it's just not clicking all the way.
It's an interesting choice they made with it too. Like, there's no difficulty modes or anything, and I don't know if there's really a way to grind practically. So I don't know. And there's probably some optional areas you could go to and get
Do
more
some grinding.
ability points or something,
That's what
but
I need.
I don't know.
I'm close to leveling up to where I need to to get some extra health and
Yeah.
maybe some strength. I don't know how that game works, but so I might just need to like go in and play it and just get a little bit better, because I just got the shield
Okay.
and I just need to upgrade a little bit. I think that's what I need, but you know. And I just started playing Yoshi's Crafted World. Started getting into that. So I don't know. Got some things to play.
You just dabbled in everything.
Little dabble. Little
A
dabble.
little dabble.
Little dabble. Yeah. Anyways.
Mm.
I think that's it, man. Anything
That's
else?
it.
We got anything else on the
No.
docket? I think that's
No.
it, right? All right, let's wrap this up. That's going to do it for us here on Final Checkpoint, episode 78. Remember, you can find this podcast on many, many podcast services all over the world: Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcast, thegamefanatics.com. You can also find the video version of this podcast, youtube.com/loadlastcheckpoint. You can also watch us live, twitch.tv/loadlastcheckpoint, 8 p.m. Pacific time every Sunday. Make sure you follow, help us hit that 150 follower goal so we can get drunk and play some Dark Souls, a little bit of Dark Souls. Make sure you follow the podcast on, let's see, where we at? Twitter.com/finalcheckpod. Also Instagram. Also Final Checkpod. Ben, you still owe me pictures of all your amiibos. I don't know. All sorts of pictures of fun stuff we can put on the Instagram. I still got to put up my baby Yoda and maybe my new little light that I think I need to charge because it's just like dead. A picture of my computer. I don't know. I need to start putting up some pictures on that thing. Question of the week will be coming up. Ben, what should our question of the week be?
Oh man.
Favorite
What do
remake?
you want? Here you
Favorite
go. Yeah.
Pokemon
No,
remake?
no. It should be, what do you want from this Pokemon Legends game? What do you want it to be?
What do you
Are you
want?
excited for it?
That sounds like a good one. This week's question of the week, which we will look for your responses. We will give our own on episode 79. What do
like
you
we did.
want
Yeah.
Pokemon Legends Arceus to be?
Arceus? I don't know.
What do you want from it? What do you want this little game to give you? What does it need to give you?
No.
All right. Well, that's
Not like that though.
That's it for us. We'll catch you guys next week. Good bye. Good night. Good morning.
Mm-hmm.
And
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
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 Good. All right.